Okay, so for the geology walk, I went to the entrance of the gorge. So this is Mount Sugarloaf, and we walked up to there. And how you get here is you need to go down to Diggers Rest, Comma Day. I think it's Koima Day Road. Need to go past the actual, before the actual Merrimoo Reservoir, and you need to turn off up this road here. So this is the Antimony Mine Road. You can also try and get into places here, but I think a lot of this is private land. So you need to drive up to the end of the road, and you'll notice that you can't actually get around any of it. It's all blocked off. So, and you got a lot of water courses if you wanted to go off track. But there's a good chance you could get lost as well. So, there's two ways you can go. You can go to Mount Sugarloaf, or you can go to the Antimony Mine, which is not much there as far as I know. But so now we have the geological formation. As you can see, Mount Sugarloaf is here. So that's where we walked up to. So you start from here at the car park. Actually, you're probably starting from somewhere down there. So you're going from the tertiary gravels, which are most likely derived from this rock here. So this is all turbitides. And as you can see, it's quite extensive. You got OLB, Ordovician Lake, then you got B, C, you got Y, and all this is pretty much the same Castlemaine group of rocks. These have not really been differentiated, so this is probably preliminary. These have not got different names for a different formation, but as you can see, there is a fault line, and here we have a lot of Ordovician upper. So this is younger than this rock here. So this is the fault line there, and as you can see, we do have volcanics as well that override that, and have alluvial and fluvial deposits, but we're not worried about that. So as you can see, you got X's, so you do have graptolite locations, and these rocks would have been separated by the type of graptolites, that fossils that have been found. So obviously each of these has a different species of graptolite fossils, and to find graptolites we need to go up here into this probably has shales. As I was walking along here on the track, I flipped over quite a lot of rocks, and it's pretty fresh, but there was no fossils that I saw in the actual rock. So because you can quite easily damage a rock with your fingernail, the Mohs scale is quite low, less than 2.5, and the graptolite fossils can disintegrate quite easily. So hope you enjoy this walk. So here we are, we're going to Mount Sugarloaf. At the foot we have a lot of quartz. Hell of a lot of quartz. Here we have some sandstone. Do you want some sandstone, darling? Turbitide. So this formation is the Castlemaine formation. Turbitide, that's why it's probably a lot of quartz. Not too sure why. didn't expect this. So it's probably a lot of veins. Why is there so much quartz here? So it's like this place is just made up of quartzite. And over there is also the Castlemaine group. Oh, a large boulder. Quartz. It's quite big. This stuff gets quite large. Yeah. So this is supposed to be Turbitide formations, or it is, not supposed to be, it is, where we have continental shelf, which is pretty flat, less than 1 degree in dip. Oh, and then we have continental slope, which is where the turbitides fall down. So maybe all this quartz was eroded from probably the coastal, and it's been built up and it's fallen down the turbitides, because these are supposed to be massive, really large abyssal fans. And actually the quartz here is a lot smaller than before, and it seems to be petering out. Because there's no igneous rock here from where the quartz come from. The formation was probably eroded long ago. So okay, the turbitides erode from the Delamerian Mountains, which is around Adelaide, going down to Kangaroo Island, and they form the rocks here. So that's where this rock come from. So, but those mountain ranges were supposed to have been quite high, I think. Probably not as high as the Mount Everest, but it is quite high. Still a lot of quartz I can see. But now we have siltstone, and we have our first conglomerate. So you've got quartz class in finer grain, So obviously this is made up of all different types of rock. And if we go down here, so this rock is changing. So down that way was a lot of quartz. Now the quartz is given away to a lot of siltstone. So here's the siltstone. We still have quartz. So this would have been in a conglomerate. And we have some rounded pebbles that's been broken. It might have been broken by the tractor when it was digging the actual trail, different path. So it's been rounded, so that's from a river formation. So it was probably eroded from the Dalmarian mountain range. It's probably built up a sedimentary rock itself. It looks like it, hey? And here we have a large boulder. Not too sure what rock it is. I need to crack it open, but I didn't bring the hammer. And there's some more siltstone. Would be good to actually see a formation. All this is just the regolith and soil. So this has been dug up. But you can see the basement rock here looks like it is a siltstone with probably conglomerates and sandstone. That's what I read in the geological report. Lots of cicadas, eucalyptus. And this smells really eucalyptus. You should be able to find fossils in this formation. Don't see any on the surface, so that's a pity. This is a very soft rock, you can scratch it with your nail. Looks like quite a nice rock as well. So this is the Castlemaine formation, or supergroup should I say. So this group hasn't really been subdivided as of yet. Sorry, catch my breath. It consists of a lot of different formations, all grouped together, that haven't been adequately described yet. You okay? You're tired already. Is it this way? Well, we do get some quartz still. It's few and far between here, and we've only walked about 500 meters. So the geology here changes very quickly. And this is private property. Hey, Emma. Has a strong eucalyptus smell. Large siltstone block. You look for echidnas or something? Yeah. Oh, we're still getting some of the actual quartz. Wow, it's quite large. There's some mineralisation. As this is not rounded, I'm not too sure if it's from a conglomerate. Could be from a quartz vein. Must have been quite a massive quartz vein. Here is some of the bedrock. Looks like siltstone again. Oh, dragonfly. Heaps of quartz here. This could be a quartz vein. Quartz. A lot of quartz over there. There you are. Bit hard to see. Dingo. Locked in the spider web. And look at this lot of quartz. A lot of quartz over here. And there's a shitload of quartz. Have a look. So this definitely wasn't brought up by any vehicles. This has just been eroded out of the outcrop. So probably a quartz vein. So I'm guessing quite a thick one as well. Also quite extensive. It hasn't been rounded by any alluvial or fluvial action. It's also quite pure, it's quite white. You don't see all the, the brown colours that you get with mineralisation. And so where the antimony is. So there's an antimony mine around here, just up that way somewhere. And that's been caused by the antimony being deposited in between faults. So extensive faulting leading to a lot of minerals being deposited. I think the antimony had a purity of about 60 to 70%, so quite pure. And there's also gold. I think it's like 4 to 5 grams per ton. Okay lah. Yum yum. Oh, look at all this quartz. Obviously this is a large quartz vein. Looks like probably a few meters across. And this is quite pure. I don't see any lamination, so it's probably all deposited pretty much concurrently. Wow, it goes all the way into there. You can find gold in that. And this is the formation. It's been pretty much eroded. So as you can see, there's quartz, so there's lots of quartz veins in this rock. Now there is conglomerates, but they're probably made up of different material. And if we see this part of the formation, so Castlemaine, you can see the laminations. So this is pretty eroded rock, and the quartz must have come from up the top somewhere. Looks like they've dug holes, so this has probably been mined out. Nice, beautiful siltstone. Mudstone. Oh, I'd say it's siltstone, not really. Has a silty texture, not really a mud texture. You can see when you can see individual crystals reflecting, which of course you can just see them. It's pretty much a silt type structure. And this trail just goes on and on and on. So over time all this is going to be pretty much eroded and broken down. It's very interesting. So if you want to look for fossils, I'll probably look for fossils in this formation. But this rock is supposed to be not have many fossils in it because like an anoxic ocean, so not really many organisms could have survived in here. And unless we get an outcrop, I'll leave the video here.